That's weird because, sorry about that. So the Luxilon 4G equivalent, that's cheaper. Try the Yonex Polytour Fire. It is a little bit cheaper, but not as cheap as I'd like it to be. Yeah, that was weird. Sorry about that because that microphone was at like 50% when I started the live stream, and it literally just died. So it gave me a wrong reading. I wish I was talking to my mummy. I don't see my parents enough, both my mom and my dad. I'm seeing them on Monday though. It'll be a good old time. Ashley, what stringing machine did you get, my friend? If you don't mind me asking, how did you get it? Was it new, brand? Was it new, used? I always try to go for used. Brian Myers, doesn't that get expensive though? RPM blast in the mains, NXT soft in the crosses. Aliriza Gorgun, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Seriously, if you like polys that are like slightly shaped, try the Tier 1 Black Knight. Again, I'm not sponsored by any of them, but that's currently my string of choice. What's up, Playa, Bevel Burn? Ooh, a Gamma 79. Ashley, you dropped some good money on that. Because Ashley can be both male and female. Like I just want to call you dude if you're actually a female. So I mean, congrats, dude or dudette. I mean, hopefully you're gonna make some money back on that. On top of you being a more well-informed consumer on, you know, strings because you're kind of forced to now because you bought a string machine. You bought an investment. Monetary wise. Male? All right. So you're a dude, not dudette. No, that's good. 7,900. So that's what, like $1,500 or $2,000? I'm just thinking off the top of my head. So you'll probably make your money back in probably like 6 months to 12 months, depending on how often you string and how many rackets you can string for your community. Yeah, Bully Garfield, it's oh good, you already made a grand. Ashley, feel free to donate if you want. I'm joking. Don't actually donate unless you can afford it. So Bully, yeah, Bully, you know, I go with that too. 3,000 for a Gamma ELS. Well, Ashley's already made a third of it back, so good for him. What would you recommend a non-poly for serve and volley player? Let's see. Brian Myers, Wilson Sensation is like the cheaper version of Wilson NXT. I think it's half the price, and in my opinion, it's like 95% just as good. So try Wilson Sensation if you don't want a poly for serve and volley. Pashiland, I have never tried a Turna 300 CS, so I really can't comment on that, unfortunately. What's up, Bilal? Dude, Bilal, I haven't seen you in a while. I had an interview with Coach C, so that should be up. It's on his channel relatively, hopefully sooner rather than later. But hopefully all is well in, assuming you're still in the Missouri area, right? What's up, Tag? Tag, did you play tennis this week? Heard you had some pretty good wins from the past live stream or two. Head velocity? Yeah, Bully Garfield, thanks for saying that. I've never tried the head velocity. I'm not a multi-filament guy, but if Bully Garfield swears by it, Brian Myers, go ahead and buy a packet of it. Pretty trustworthy guy, Bully Garfield is. Tsitsipas, no, yeah, Tsitsipas, it's weird because he's kind of like a clay court specialist, even though he has a one-hander, but he is tall at 6'4", moves pretty well, relatively big serve, has a pretty good all-around game. You know, he actually volleys pretty well, especially for a young quote-unquote clay courter. So, yeah, he's on the up and up. I seriously don't think Tsitsipas will ever win the French Open, because let's say Nadal miraculously retires next year from the French Open, or like from tennis altogether. I think Dominic Thiem will still beat Stefanos Tsitsipas 10 out of 10 times in the French Open. Oh man. Bilal, do you know what you want to specialize in? Just curious. Oh yeah, I saw the big three are in the same half of the draw, which is kind of jacked. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, right? Does Tsitsipas serve in volley on grass? It's okay, we all know Nadal's gonna win it. Former D1 female, hitting the ball and crushing it. Good. Tag, that might be your new mixed doubles partner, man. Former D1, she's at least 4'5", given, it depends, you know, how old she is and what D1 college she played at. Pediatric neurology, developmental disorders. Ooh, wow, pediatric neurology. Bilal, is that brain surgery or is that more just treatment for the symptoms and possibly getting to the root cause of neurological disorders and pediatrics? What I think Karastev will do this year, I think Karastev, unless he comes up against someone in the top 8, he'll get top 16, if not top 8 in the French Open. I didn't look at the draw, so I don't know too much other than the big three are in the same half. But I honestly think Karastev might, I don't think he'll win the US Open this year, but he'll make a pretty balls deep run as long as he doesn't come up against a top 8 seed. Oh, Nadal's left forearm. Thiem is boring to watch unless he like launches an absolute missile of a backhand up the line across court. But you know, that's what wins matches, right? It's not about how flashy you are, but Thiem will just sit 20 feet behind the baseline with his big, juicy Austrian ass and just rip the tar off the ball, shot after shot after shot. Envy Legaspi, Nadal is going to take it. I'm like 99% sure Nadal's going to win this year. What's up, Portal Nero? Portal, you haven't been on stream in a while. Hope everything's okay with you, dude. You like that? Brett Anderson, if you want to save money, go to Hyper-G, dude. Yonex Polytour Pro is super expensive in the North Americas. Hyper-G is only 160. I think a full reel of Yonex Polytour Pro in North America runs in for about 200 a reel, maybe even 250. It's expensive. I stream when the VTubers are streaming. What are VTubers? What's a VTuber? Oh, how rude of me. I'll see. Wilson Clash 100. Bweh! Yeah, Chris Perry, like, a lot of the people in the Milwaukee area that found me via YouTube, I string their rackets now, which is fantastic. And all of them either give me their own string, or they say, yo, bro, slap some of that ISO speed, that good, that goosh, that dank on my racket. So I'm able to save this gentleman quite a amount of YouTube. VTubers, Virgin Tuber? I didn't know that was a term. What's up, Tudor? Tudor, I haven't seen you in like 2 or 3 weeks. Hopefully everything's okay. No, not 6 of the same racket. I've got only 1 of this. I've got 2 new rackets, and then I've got 2. What do I have? I got a string 1 that's 20 gauge Solinco Tour Bite. I don't know if my machine can do it. I might have to go to I might have to borrow a buddy's string machine for that. Yo, the VCore 98 Galaxy Black is sexy, Pashi. I wish I had some of those. Those are sexy looking rackets. Oh, virtual. So what's a virtual YouTuber, Portal Nero? What's up, Mystic Cebu? How have you been? Chris, I'm on my last one. I only have like half a reel left. I'm in trouble. I gotta ask someone to buy some ISOSpeed baseline control for me from Tennis Warehouse. Mystic Cebu, don't worry. I watch streams all the time when I'm coding at my desk job. In fact, I moderate Essential Tennis live streams while I'm in work meetings sometimes. How much higher should tension be in the summer? For me, Jose P, I always string it at, I think I'm at 50, I like 52 now. I really don't change the tension between indoor or outdoor too much at all, actually. I keep it always the same. An Extreme Tour. Michael Fleming, the Extreme Tour nowadays, it's a lot more control oriented. The beamsel is not nearly as thick, because the Extreme Tours back then, they were thick. Like, they were more powerful than Babas. I'm talking about like Arya Sabalenka kind of thick, and she thick. Sabalenka is a thick girl in all the good ways. Good for her, and hope she does really well. But apparently the most recent rendition of the Extreme Tour or Extreme Pro, it's a lot more control oriented and a lot more stable and a lot more finesse. So I'm glad they're going that way with that racket line. Yo, Dylan Pate, they make green head links? Really? The only green string I know is Selenko Hyper G, some Gamma synthetic gut, common green sometimes. I didn't know green, they made head links in green. It's an interesting looking color. Is it realistic to increase your UTR by around 3 points in a year and a half? Dylan Pate, that is borderline near impossible in my opinion. That's very, very difficult. Unless you technically count as being from unrated to, you know, 9, because that is, you're technically increasing it infinitely. But 3 in a year and a half, that's tough, dude. That is, I mean, I wish you the best, but that is tough. I think a healthy increase of UTR is anywhere between 1 to 1.5 every 6 months to a year, from my experience. Portal Nero, don't worry, I won't. Matthew Zhu, it's definitely possible to be a UTR 7. I mean, if Roger Federer never did a UTR event and he showed up one day, of course he's going to be well above a 9. So, yeah, it's possible. What's up, Ronique Baga? Can you explain the launch angle with the 18x20 blade? Everyone says on YouTube that is a low launch angle. So a low launch angle means that specifically from the baseline, when you strike the ball with like a regular topspin, like backhand or forehand, that the ball launches, you know, either higher or lower than expected. So typically speaking, something with a closed string pattern like the Wilson Blade 17 or Wilson Blade 18x20, you're going to have a lower launch angle on that racket, and strings actually do matter, but let's say string really isn't a parameter in this case. A string, you know, string is the same whether it's a Wilson Blade 18x20 or let's say a Babolat Pure Drive. Because it's a closed string pattern, it's going to be a lower launch angle from the racket compared to like a Babolat Pure Aero or Babolat Pure Drive. Open string pattern, it's 100 square inches versus 98. It's going to launch higher naturally than closed string pattern 18x20. Luke Penley, I am a gamer, even though I haven't played a serious game in a while. I'll play Outriders every now and then with my buddy, and he's actually my accountant, Chris. He also plays tennis. I played him on my channel a very long time ago. I did not see the Horizon Forbidden West reveal yet. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Rainier Tennis. What did I do for my fitness routine as a junior player? No joke. Two-door, I lifted with a football team in my high school. Then I got dummy thick in the best possible way. Like, I gained a solid 20 pounds from 130 to 155 at the same height in a matter of 6 months. All muscle. Thoughts about my match between Ian and Ira with Scott Brody as my doubles partner, aka Angry Old Man. Funny enough, Scott is on my state league team for 4-5 USTA, so that's a blast. I'm excited to play this doubles match against Ian and Ira. I really like the Essential Tennis video that was posted recently. They're kind of poking a little bit at me, but they're definitely drilling on Scott and the way he runs. So it'll be a good time. Soy 78, I don't think my Ys can handle a 20 gauge. I've never strung with a 20 gauge before, so I'm a little bit scared. I've strung with 18. I've actually never strung with a 19. I was shocked when this client of mine who found me on YouTube gave me a 20 gauge. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. New racket. Rhinestone Cowboy, thank you, man. Thank you very much for the donation. Any donation, if you guys can afford, is most definitely appreciated to be put towards this channel. Don't worry, I know I'm like a week behind, but the string review for the Yonex Polytour Spin G the script is done. I just have yet to record it. This week has been nuts for me. The past 2 weeks have been nuts for me. It's crazy. All right. The past 2 weeks have been nuts for me at work because work has been crazy. But Ryan, Stone Cowboy, thank you very much. Yeah, this actually, this racket belongs to a former roommate of mine, and he also is on my state league team as well. He actually played doubles with Scott Brody, aka Angry Old Man, in our most recent state league match. Yo, Michael Fleming, do some UTR events and USTA tournaments around your area. Soy 78, keyboard coach level 1. Yo, Soy 78, can you do me a favor and see if you can do the emojis? Guys, by the way, if you haven't noticed, if you become a keyboard coach, aka YouTube member, on my channel, it's only $2.99 a month, $2.99, not $300. $2.99 a month. If you guys can afford it, I suggest you do that to show the appreciation for this channel. You guys can make I upload custom emojis for you guys for YouTube comments and YouTube live streams. So Soy78 and Rhinestone Cowboy, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support. Awesome, Rhinestone Cowboy. Have you bought any new tennis strings that you otherwise wouldn't have heard of if not for my channel? Yeah, Luke Penley, the used ones are hard to come by, but when you find one, you gotta go grab it. Ned Doherty, what did you think about the ISOSpeed baseline control, my friend? Sorry, I'm just logging everything I did for string right now. And then my roommate, former roommate. All right. Good, Ned. I'm glad I could save you some money and get you more well-informed. The Black Pearl Rough, I'll definitely consider it. Evening, Joshua Wilford. Sorry. Good evening, Joshua Williford. Forgot the I in there. Sorry about that. Oh, man. And this guy also has a Babolat Pure Drive Tour. Yeah. Beefy boy racket. All right, let's do this. Oh, gotta get my Wilson Sensation. Almost forgot about that. He's hybriding this one. Good, Joshua Williford. A lot of rackets to string. I've got to string like 6 rackets in the next 24 hours. So that'll be fun. But I guess more content for you guys. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Jonathan Lowe, I'll send you the link for supporting my channel. But if you go on my YouTube channel homepage, there should be a join button after you sign into your account. So it'll be good. Jonathan RB, John RB, thank you very much. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying everything. A lot of people have said, not just in the Americas, but all around the world, including Canada and parts of Asia and Europe, that they've enjoyed YouTube channels such as me, Essential Tennis, My Tennis HQ, Acing Tennis, Saria Tennis, Mikey Babble's channel. She used to be top 27 in the world. So it's good stuff. Michael Fleming, you're talking with your friend about head rackets and he said, I love head. Really loudly near tons of parents. Well, I mean, who doesn't love head, right? But more importantly, why are parents thinking so dirty? Did you tell them to get their mind out of the gutter? The N5 N-Force Patrick found. I've not heard of N5 N-Force before. I love the encode technology. Those are sweet frames. I have 3 encode 95 16x18 in my closet right now. Tube Studio. Who do I think will win Wimbledon 2021? Tudor, I honestly think Novak's Djokovic will win it, but obviously I'm not a big fan of his, but I think that's who it is. Me? No, I drank plenty of water today, and besides soy 78, there's water in my beer. A dream matchup for me in Wimbledon's final would be a rematch of Federer Djokovic, but if that were to happen this year, I think Djokovic would win in 4 or 5 sets. I'm not saying I don't want Federer to win. I just think Djokovic has the edge over Federer on, I would say, all surfaces at this point. It's sad for me to say, but that's truly what I believe. Ethan Base, negatives of going above the recommended tension. A drastic loss amount of power. Like, believe it or not, I don't actually think the recommended tension on rackets is like marketing stuff. It's like, I think that major companies do like some sort of research with science of like, hey, this is the highest you should string it, or this is the lowest you should. Lowest doesn't matter. It's more the high, because you don't want the racket to break. Like, the higher you string at the tension, significantly, especially if you're going way above the recommended tension, the higher chances is it of the racket breaking, because it's not really meant to handle that high of a tension for both the stringer and the player. The stringer, when, you know, pulling crosses remains, and maybe even the player if they do like a slight mishit on the tennis court. I don't like Djokovic. Tag, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for your support. Man, you guys are generous today. Freaking love it. Love it, love it, love it. Tag, don't worry, like sometime this winter, you, me, and a few of my other people on Discord, we got to take a trip down to Newcomb's Ranch or some sort of tennis adult vacation where we could play tennis, hang out, and, you know, have a few drinks by the pool. So that'll be pretty legit. Thanks, Tag. I got your back too, bro. Got your back too. Courtney DeBose, I am stringing the Babolat Aero Pure. I actually do like this color scheme. It's pretty sick. The Babolat Aero Pure, the specs are listed on the pinned message in the YouTube chat as of right now. Why do I not like Djokovic? Here's the thing. I don't like his personality in some ways that I'm not going to get into, because I'm not here to have that type of debate on this channel. Let's just say that. Here's the thing. I personally think Novak Djokovic will be the greatest male singles tennis player of all time. AKA, he will have the most singles Grand Slam titles when Nadal and Federer and Djokovic and the GOAT Andrei Rublev and Bernard Tomic all retire from competitive singles play. I just don't like his game style, but here's the thing. I highly respect it, and I know it works. And I know it works because he wins Grand Slams. He does. So I'm not saying that, you know, he's a bad tennis player. I just don't like his game style. It's just too boring. But again, it works, right? It absolutely works. Yeah, a group tennis trip would be fantastic with you guys. Ethan Bass, was the 54 with poly on the Speed MP, was that too highly strung for a poly for you? Yeah, John RB, what's wrong with putting Bernard Tomic in that list? Good for you, Courtney. I mean, Federer, you gotta admit, I don't think Federer is gonna be the greatest tennis player of all time when all is said and done. But you can't deny how much of an impact he's had on the game, both on court and off the court. He's an amazing ambassador for the sport. And I honestly think Federer, and I highly doubt Federer is watching this, but honestly, I think Federer has a huge ego. Like, he's kind of like, you know, a little stuck up. But here's the thing, he has the right to be. He does. How would I compare my game style with Joker's? That's a good question, David Lee. I don't hit nearly as flat as Djokovic. If you're gonna compare me with a tennis pro, the tennis pro's game style, I think I would be more like Dominic Thiem without nearly as much of a big serve relative to my level. Oh yeah, Ariel D'Real, I much enjoy watching tennis players with one-handed backhands. Absolutely. There's something so aesthetically pleasing about it. Scott Healy, what's up, my man? What's up? What's up, Kumar? Loving it? Kumar, what strings are you using? The head radical, on the head Prestige MP. Well, you should have a huge ego if you're in the top 100. I mean, like, you're literally the top 100 player in the world, at least. You should have an ego. Cliff Nelson! Cliff and J-Lo, thank you for your donation again. I know you guys donated quite a while back, about 2 or 3 streams ago. Louisiana, is this still shut down, Cliff and Joe? Because you told me that it was. Which is kind of weird because it's a warm weather state, and when I think of warm weather states, I think of Florida, and Florida's like completely wide open right now. So, you know, I'm hoping you're doing pretty well. You said you're only about 20 to 30 minutes outside of New Orleans. So, I gotta visit New Orleans, man. Cliff and Joe, I gotta visit New Orleans because I had a fun time on a business trip when I was 24 back in the day. Kumar, Confidential will give you more pop than the Hyper G, assuming you're the same gauge, same tension. It will give you more pop. Luke Penley, do you have fast racket head speed? I don't. I actually think for its weight class, my head radical pro is extremely light, extremely easy to swing with. I wish it was a little bit heavier. What's up, Joseph Hodge? My go-to string these days, I'm using the Solinco Hyper G, but my go-to string, if I had some, is the Tier 1 Black Knight. Absolutely. Tier 1 Black Knight, all the way. It's on the way, though, I think. Yeah, we'll get some good tennis. Are there, Cliff, Nelson, and J-Lo, I'm assuming that there's no indoor tennis clubs in New Orleans, right? It's just all outside, right? Really, Zone? What racket did you switch to? Congrats on the hot win, dude. Congrats on the hot win. Sorry, one of my friends from Indianapolis, a few of my friends from Indianapolis signed up for a tournament in Milwaukee in early July, so I'm gonna take a selfie. Awesome. I'll see you in Mick sometime in, I think, July. That's when it starts, right? Well, hopefully everything's good in Indiana, guys. I'll see you soon. Oh man. Least favorite string? I absolutely, Ethan Bass, I absolutely hate stringing the Solinco barbed wire. Chat, if you guys are stringers, and if you've ever strung with the Solinco barbed wire, please tell me it's like the worst string to string with. Yes, it's worse than natural gut for different reasons. But if you guys haven't strung with the Solinco barbed wire, and you do string, let me know in the chat what you guys think is the worst string to string with. Courtney DeBose, thank you. Have a good night. I know, Anish. I'll be stringing tomorrow. This is not a speed run. Speed run is... I really personally don't like doing speed runs because it lowers the quality. And I like engaging with you guys over some beer and Instagram messages. Yeah, tag, yeah. Solinco barbed wire. Charge an extra $5 every time that comes across your plate. It's freaking horrible. It's so bad. Okay. I do remember Black Widow being nasty string, but I still think barbed wire is significantly worse than Black Widow. Oh, Tudor, no problem. I don't have any tournaments coming up. I do have a mixed doubles tournament coming up, which is what my friends from Indianapolis just messaged me about. It's in early July in the Milwaukee area, but I'll make a video announcement for it soon. It's going to be pretty exciting, but again, more on that on a video announcement that's a little bit more official. I have not, Scott Brady, first of all, get off my porch. Second of all, everybody say hi to Scott Brady, Angry Old Man. He's been featured several times on Essential Tennis, both as a tennis player and commentator and hitting partner. And Scott Brady is my doubles partner when when me and Scott play Ian and Ira. So check that out. We haven't played the match yet, so don't worry. Yeah, Jonathan Lowe. So Gustavus Adolphus has always been a powerhouse, especially when I think his name is Wilkinson, who unfortunately passed away the past 5 years. But Gustavus has always been an absolute powerhouse. I think we've beaten them only once in the past. I would say school history. We beat them 5-4 when they were at their absolute weakest and when we were our absolute strongest. So the stars aligned. We beat them 5-4 at an indoor surface in the Metro Milwaukee area. But Gustavus Adolphus would normally stomp on us like 7-2, 8-1, or 9-0. Adolphus is, dude, they could beat some D1 men's teams. They're so freaking good. Let's rake. Is that a term? I don't know, Scott. I don't know. Your wife might not be. Probably should know about. I don't know what rake means, bro. Oh yeah, Bevo Burns. Someone did say that. You know, the Essential Tennis match with MEP was called Endgame. And this is Civil War. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Even though I'm not really a huge Marvel guy, that's a very, very good way to put it in context. E.T. Civil War, absolutely. You know what? I'm actually going to talk to Ian. I'm actually seeing him on Saturday in person. It's going to help out with some stuff. But I'm going to talk to Ian and let him know about what his editing team would think about, like, making this kind of theme of the doubles match, me and Scott versus Ian and Ira, being, you know, Essential Tennis Civil War. Rake means hit home runs. Oh, I didn't know that. Your whole family, Scott, is your whole family watching? Tell Katie I say hi. Oh. Thanks, Ryan Stone Cowboy. I didn't know that. I played baseball growing up, but never played in high school. That term rake never actually, I don't think I've ever heard of it in a baseball context. I don't use leather pads on the mains, Brian Myers, but it's actually, from what I heard, it's better than dampeners, and it makes the string last just a little bit longer. So, you know, it's good practice to have. I string way too much. I string my rackets too often to have some leather pads, you know, come about. It's definitely more of like a softer string kind of thing. You really don't see that with polyesters, which is what I mainly use. The idea of using Sensation in the crosses, Sensation it's not expensive, but it's not like super cheap, but it's pretty damn good for a hybrid. She says, "Dear God, no." And hi. Scott, did you sign up for the McKinley mix? My friends from Indianapolis signed up for it. I just got an Instagram message from them today. Y sensor is working well now. Yes, Tag. I had to. Don't take this the wrong way. I had to disassemble it and lube it up quite a bit, which took me about an hour and a half, a week and a half ago. I learned a lot though, because like, you know, as an engineer, you want to tinker with stuff, and thankfully I didn't break it at all, but it was just interesting taking apart this electronic piece of machine and, you know, seeing what the interior parts were, how it actually grips, and, you know, lube it up. No pun intended. Wink, wink. Yeah. Scott, I'm glad that they split it up into 2 brackets over a few days, Friday and Saturday. Makes it a lot easier for us. Dude, it's all about that towel. All about that towel. Hey, Courtney, you're back? I thought you had to go. But I don't know what to guess other than you're back, and I'm glad you're here. Ethan Bass, my favorite racket ever is the Babolat Pure Storm Tour, I believe the 2007 version. What strings do I have my Radical right now for playing? The Solinco Hyper G strung at 52 pounds. But I cannot wait for my Tier 1 Black Knight to come in. Well, Rainier, I always use, for the past like 3 weeks, I've been using the Diablo ever since people chewed me up on it. So yes, I use the Diablo now. Good, Courtney. I'm glad. I have a few followers in, I think the LA area, and some friends that live near the Santa Monica area. And, you know, they all play tennis, so I'm glad it's starting to open up again. So yeah, these batteries suck with these. Sorry about that. My thoughts on the Pure Aero VS is, so don't mind me while I bend my ass over to check sure the battery's okay here. Okay, that's good. The Pure Aero VS, based on a certain online retailer's review of the tennis racket and the specs, I thought I was gonna fall in love with it. So I demoed it late summer in 2020, right when my channel started to take off, because I honestly thought I was gonna switch to it like immediately based on what I saw, and I hated it. It felt so hollow. But keep in mind, it was strong with, I believe, Wilson Sensation full bed around 55 pounds. So it's it could have been the string setup, but I didn't bother trying it with a different string setup, like, you know, a full bed of poly. So it is what it is. I'd like to try it again once I have enough time and money to do it. So yeah, I mean, I wish I could try it again with, you know, a full bed of poly. And when my mic was muted, I was talking mad shit about Naomi A. So you guys will not hear that anytime soon. Hi, Naomi. How are you doing? Yeah, Soy 78, certain online retailers. You know what I'm talking about. So in case you haven't noticed, Naomi A, like literally half of her emojis are either lips or eyes. So I really don't even think that Naomi A is a real human being. I honestly think Naomi A is like literally like a half assembled walking Mrs. Potato Head from Toy Story 2 and 3, just walking around, and her little feet, her little plastic feet are just like smashing against the keyboard. The Pro Staff, Mystic Cebu, the Pro Staff was fantastic up until, I believe, 2013, and they tried to make it more stiff to like kind of appeal to a wider audience because they want money. It wasn't nearly as flexible as oriented. The Pro Staffs of recent renditions are not, in my opinion, again, everything's my opinion, unless it's Babylon overgrips. Everything for the Pro Staff has kind of gone downhill around 2015. Around 2015. Who's Mike Wazowski? Oh yeah, Mike Wazowski. Got it. All right. Brian Myers, a Babylon Pure Strike. I played with a Babylon Pure Strike, the second one, so the very first white one, the one right after the Darth Maul one. The second version of the Babylon Pure Strike, 16x19. It's actually a pretty good racket. My biggest knock on it, and actually I would argue my only knock on the Babylon Pure Strike, at least again, that version, was it felt very hollow. It was flexible, sorry, I'll rephrase that. It wasn't stiff, but it definitely felt hollow. But ample power, decent finesse, but it just didn't feel plush. Hollow is the best word I could say it. Prince Graphite Classic series is like the best feeling in the world. Next to the Babylon Pure Storm Tour, version 2009. Yeah, the classic 9561 is a fantastic frame. Correct. Ethan Bass, Babylon has been notorious for quality control problems, so that actually doesn't surprise me. Oh, Tag with the emojis. Tag, what emoji is that? What like dot thing did you type in? The Radical Pro, what I love about the most, the Radical Pro Dustin Deeds is I don't have arm or elbow problems now. Yeah, Michael Visenkar, the 2015 or later Pro Staffs are, they seem to have upped the stiffness. You hit a bakery? Bagels and breadsticks, my friend. Tag laying down the law with a bakery. Dade used to make good frames. Very, very skinny, control-oriented frames. What's Allwoods? Coughing? Yeah, I look at it as dapping as well. Tagging Naomi. All right. It's coughing. Ethan Bass, I would actually call Bablot headquarters in whatever country you're in, because that's not right, man. That is absolutely not right. Is it this? Is that how I dab? Keep in mind, I'm a millennial. I'm not a Zoomer, so. Dabbing. Marcelo Barros, be careful, man. Those are fighting words in this channel. Mitchell Cornet, you screech. Man. I keep on forgetting. I'm a public figure at this point, which is kind of weird. Michael Cornet, don't screenshot my OnlyFans page, please. Yeah, no needle pliers. It's perfect. Guys, 69 viewers. Nice. All right. Oh yeah, the Pure Aero Pro Drive Plus. Is that like the GT version, Poshyland? Because that was called the Pure Aero, not the Pro. Obviously, potato, potato. Right, Naomi? Potato, potato? Does that trigger you? I've never tried the Clip Armor Natural Gut Sirish. Oh yeah, Chapo is just he's a Canadian walking highlight reel of tennis. Like he's not a consistent player like in general, and he also doesn't have consistent results. Fluid game though, fluid game. Tag, my Nike NXTs I use for running, and I use for going to the bars. No joke. Courtney DeBose, I played drums. Whoa. I played drums for a very long time when I was a kid. And I learned to pick up the guitar and bass guitar. So it's weird because I really can't read notes, but I know chords. I know I could do measurements. I could do beats, obviously, because I was a drummer. But I really could never read notes naturally. It takes me a very long time to kind of read through a note. Or sorry, a measure with notes and chords, but like, you know, I could do a C chord, I could do a D chord, I could do a G chord, you know, the basic notes and chords on a guitar. So I do listen to a good amount of metal music and rock music still in my old day and age, just because I still appreciate that type of music. Fastest time string a racket. I think, chat, help me out on this, but I think my speed run for a racket string, for open string pattern, hybrid, by hybrid I mean poly on the main, I think it was sensation on the crosses for that client, is I think like just under 13 minutes or just under 12 minutes. I get those two confused all the time. But it is on my live lights, Ethan Bass, if you want to take a look at it. It's on my live lights playlist on my YouTube channel. Adidas Barricade, I would say, yeah, it's definitely on the list and discussion of the best shoe, at least sales wise. John, so the Yonex Polytour Fire, even though I did give it high marks, dude, John, the Yonex Polytour Fire is like $200 a reel. It's way too expensive. Razor Code for $10 a pack? Raonique Baga? Yeah, I'd say that's worth it. Razor Code is like one of the best strings I've ever played with, performance-wise. But at least in my place, it's one of the most expensive strings you could buy that's not Luxlon. Wilson Blade. What a racket. Well, Mystic Sabu, it depends on what you're looking for. It depends on your playing style, to be honest. It depends on your level. Best place to sell used rackets. Ethan Bass, either eBay, Craigslist, and I'm going to say this very carefully, right? I don't encourage you, and I don't recommend you go on my Discord server, and my Discord server is linked on my YouTube channel. I don't recommend you go on my Discord server and go to a channel called Tennis Rackets and sell your tennis rackets, because I frown upon that. However, if you do, me and or my moderators technically can't enforce it. So if you want a good place for 600 people on a platform like Discord to see what you want to sell used rackets for, you could go on my Discord server, but I implore you to not use my Discord server to sell stuff on, because I can't allow that. But then again, I cannot enforce it, and my moderators can't enforce it. The best strings I've ever played with was, in terms of performance, is either the Razor Code or the Polytour Pro. John, my Discord channel has the most sensible tennis crowd, except for one person. I actually might be the craziest person on my Discord server, which is usually a good sign. Jeremy Garcia, do I have any rituals when it comes to tennis, like listening to certain music, or like, okay. I do have one important ritual before an important tennis match, but I can't talk about it because it's OnlyFans content, but you guys kind of understand what the hell that is because this is probably a mature audience. For me, I like to drink a little bit of coffee, just a little bit of coffee, to get my nerves going. Sorry, to get my adrenaline going, but not enough to make it sound like I just had Taco Bell like 15 minutes before. And for me, listening to a lot of heavy metal right before tennis, either heavy metal or like epic opera, before a tennis match, and obviously hitting anywhere between 30 to 15 minutes before a tennis match. 30 to 15 minutes before a tennis match for about 15 to 30 minutes with a friend. Oh, Naomi, I still do those things on the court. The one that I didn't talk about, I still do it. I don't care. Deal with it. It asserts dominance, especially if I make eye contact. Oh yeah, I have a gel, Aditya. I do have the gel resolution 8 coming in. It should be in any day now, actually. Brian Myers, thunder, thunder. I can't even do it. Blood of the Fallen. I like. I kind of hate this band, but it's that they actually have quite a few good songs, even though I hate them. Disturbed, 10,000 Fists. That's a really good pump-up song. And then let me show you. I can't play it because of copyright. But if you guys like metal music, there's this Canadian band with a female lead singer, and I'm a sucker for female singers, called Spirit Box. Spirit Box. So let me link you like my absolute favorite song of all time right now. This is a Canadian metal band called Spirit Box. Be right back. I gotta break the seal. I'm not gonna pull a Scott Brody. I'm actually gonna mute this. Test, unmute, unmute, test, test complete. Oh, wow! Get down with the sickness. Rainier Tennis, you're in timeout. You know what you did. I didn't drop the bomb. And yes, I did wash my hands. I did not drop the bomb. Ethan Bass, you know what you did. Can you imagine if I walked out to like a serious tennis match and I had nothing but a hat, gel resolution 8s, high socks, and adult diapers, and a pacifier. That's it. Like that and like one of my rackets. That's it. People would be terrified of me. Can you imagine every single time I pick up a ball, I'm just like, oh, excuse me, sir. Oh, is the ball here? And just do the weirdest like Machiavellian, like sexual, just like stuff you'd find on the deepest parts of the internet. Oh my God. That would be fantastic. Here's an actual prediction. Someone will get tagged. All right. There we go. Courtney, no, I do not play Fortnite because I'm over the age of 18 and I have an IQ of above 75. Test? You can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. You guys can't hear me? Should be able to hear me. Huh. Is this just gonna be a tag fest, Scott? We're not even going for winning points. We're literally just going for each other's throats. Oh yeah, Scott, I know there's a certain someone of the two people we're playing that you want to send a message to, but I'm not gonna get into that here. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's fixed, bro. It's fixed. It's fixed. I do not play badminton. I do not. Scott, I think I want to make a meme on my Instagram for tomorrow. Is like the Predator from the movie Predator. I'm just going to slap your face on it. A nice little promo. What's up, Ron Loviolette? I haven't seen you in a while. Sirish, I'm trying to scrape up enough money to buy an Angel racket because I've heard really good reviews on them. The issue is there's no demos in North America. They're definitely a more European brand. Cliff Nelson, thank you for your second donation of the night. How many hours should you play get from the Hyper-G Soft? The ball is flying. I play with my strings until they break. I don't break strings typically. Yeah, I told you, the Hyper-G Soft, I said on my review, the Hyper-G Soft is not like a soft version of the regular vanilla Hyper-G. It's a completely different string. It's very, in my opinion, very mushy. It's not like the spin potential isn't there, because it is, but it's just very different. So I was very, very confused about it at first. I'm not saying it's a bad racket or a bad string on your racket, but it's just extremely different. I think I got about the same amount of hours straight hitting on the Hyper-G Soft as with the regular Hyper-G. So whatever that is for you, Cliff Nelson, I have no idea. Nuke's Ranch. Tag, what else did you guys do besides midnight tennis at midnight? I'm joking. I know you're loyal. Jonathan Perez, what is up? What is up? I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for the Pog emote that you just used. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Tag, did that once when I went to visit my teammate one summer. Was interesting. Yeah, Naomi, your teammate. Yeah, we get it. We get what that means. Drunk tennis is fine except for the serve. Serving is the worst. Serving and overheads are the worst things about drunk tennis. I will tell you that. Best polystring for spin, just pure spin potential. Joseph GDB, Vocal V Square, or Solenko Hyper G for pure spin. Wade Bryant, I'm going to tell you what I say with a lot of people. I would highly recommend you don't do a hybrid with a shaped polyester because that defeats the purpose. So in my opinion, for your wallet's sake, do a hybrid with a round polyester, not a shaped one. Yeah, Naomi. Yeah, your tennis partner, I get it. Guy or girl, I don't care. It's your tennis partner. You think I'm doing quotes for a reason? I'm not. I'm just, my fingers are tired from string. I gotta stretch them out a little bit, right? Your tennis partner. What's up, Mikhail Fortuna? I haven't seen you in a while either. A lot of the oldies coming back. Loving it. Yeah, Martin Tennis 12. You can hybrid 2 different polys. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. Definitely nothing wrong with that. Ethan Bass, be careful, dude. That's a few dashes away from another little timeout in the corner. Any hybrids I recommend? For the cheap hybrids, for, you know, polyester and multi-filament, ISO-Speed baseline control in the main and Wilson Sensation on the crosses. It's a very plush feeling hybrid that's pretty freaking cheap. Chatan Reddy, it's just freaking expensive. If you want a soft multi-filament, go with like Wilson Sensation or, you know, Wilson NXT or Technofiber X1 biphase or Technofiber NRG2. Technofiber NRG2 is the best multi-filament that's not natural gut, that feels like natural gut. But I never understood with Natty Gut. That's so freaking expensive. Everybody, Karen's in the house. Zach Padilla, what up? I've not tried Super Tact yet, Joshua Daring. Wholesale natural gut. I'm not a multi-filament guy. I'm not going to switch to Natty Gut right away. I love all poly. Oh, man. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. All right. I think NRG2 is the softest thing to gut without actually being gut, Sirish. Yeah, wait, Brian, the Solenko Confidential after the break-in period, that thing's gonna launch like a trampoline, so just watch out for that sudden increase in power. Aiden Caruso, the best overgrip I've ever used, if you like tacky, is the Yonex Super Grab. It's just incredibly expensive, but for some people it might be worth it. For me, I like the Gamma overgrip. It does its job, but it's not nearly as good as a Yonex Super Grab. I do not drop the tension on the cross if it's the same string, no. Philip, congrats, dude. Happy for you. I used to smoke as well. It's been a while for me, but I'm glad you are quitting that habit. I've got a few other habits to quit that are bad for me. Oops. But yeah, glad you got that one knocked out. Good for you. Chan Ready, as soon as you stop, let's just say growing, aka puberty, as soon as you feel like you're muscularly and skeletally developed, start switching to full poly, in my opinion. That's what I did. Mark's twerking habit? I do not twerk. Actually, I don't even dance. I gotta get on that though. I gotta get my dancing game on. Tag, maybe it's you. You're the one that's leaving the residue. Just saying. Jonathan Lowe, thank you very much, dude. Yeah, thank you for your support. Again, only support if you guys can afford it. Keep it up. All the content has helped me get interested back into the game. Dude, glad I could get you back into it. So, you know, if you have any questions that I can't get into, always feel free to ask in the live chat. People here are extremely helpful, except for Naomi A. Don't listen to her. She's a troll. So, you know, I'm not only are you guys here for me, like obviously that's one of the reasons, but I'm glad, like my proudest thing about this whole YouTube thing is bringing people together, kind of building a community that can still suffice even if I'm gone for a while. So I'm glad, Jonathan Lowe, that I'm getting you back into it and hopefully saving you some money. Naomi's a little bit triggered, just a little bit. Way under the bus. Way under the bus, Tag. Oh, the back and forth. Yeah, I apparently, I'm not trying to brag, but a lot of people have told me that I have a pretty good, if not near perfect personality for YouTube and live streaming. So that's why I kind of picked it up, and it's taking off so far. Hopefully you guys are not only just getting informed, but also entertained as well, right? Yeah, wait, Brian, dude, learning, getting your own string machine and, you know, running your own business, it's a good life lesson. It's gonna teach you more about the business world than any textbook, even if it's a small operation like, you know, string tennis rackets. Tag, you have your own machine, right? Yeah, you have to, because you bought like 4 rackets with your, was it the E-Zone Tour, the V-Core 95? Yeah, it's the V-Core 95. I haven't hit with an oversized racket in a very long time. Ever since I was 12. I'm not an oversized racket type of dude. And in Caruso, I started playing tennis when I was in 3rd grade. Was regionally ranked junior up until I think 14 and under, and then kind of dropped off the face of the planet. And then I started picking up tennis in a more serious manner when I was 22 again. And I've been getting better ever since. What's the 2.0, Sirish? I played both juniors and in college. I played at a Division III nationally ranked school called University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. I made the team my freshman and sophomore year, but I never made the lineup. What's up, Vince Wynn? Oh man, it's just popping in here tonight. The Alpha Revo. I've never heard of the Alpha Revo. I'm assuming it's a generic brand. Chai-Ten Ready, the V-Core 98 for spin potential, the V-Core 95 literally for everything else. Vegetable oils. Vegetable oils. All right. You shower with whatever you want. I never showered with vegetable oils. Interesting. Not judging, but kind of judging. Ron Loviolette, I gave my E-zones to a friend of mine, Christian, because he lost a tennis match, but he had to pay me a lot of money for those E-zones. So that's, I no longer am in, I no longer have my E-zones. Haves, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I didn't get enough spin potential on my forehand wing from the V-Core 95. Who's done with school? I'm done with school, because I ain't going back. Ain't about that life. Nice. Nice. Apparently all I gotta do is roast Naomi A to get to 69 viewers. I'm fine with that. Just why not? If I keep roasting her, maybe I'll get to 420. What's up, Coach Dudley? Sign in to your video cast. Any tips on string with poly? Coach Dudley, the only time I ever pre-stretch is with natural gut. I highly recommend you don't pre-stretch with polyester strings. Vince drips so hard. Damn. Wade, well, congrats on your very last day of school. You're gonna get messed up tonight? You're gonna hit the club? Blaze it! Hey Vince, the only thing I drip? You wanna know the only thing I drip? These nuts! The strings I'm using now, Ron Loviolette, are they're pinned on the YouTube chat and the specs. Polys that give the best tension maintenance. To be honest, I don't know, because I really didn't keep track of tension maintenance that much. I don't know. Peter Popovich. I don't know. Thoughts on French Open draw? Yeah, Mike Smith, Rafa's gonna win it. 99% sure Rafa's gonna win it. There might even be a chance Rafa wins it without dropping a set again this year. That's nuts. Yeah, the big three in the same half. Thick shots for some thick boys. Thicker than a Snicker tag. Thicker than a Snicker. Rainier Tennis, you've been hanging with Jack Sock forehands. How's your elbow, dude? I do a double knot for anything except the starting cross. The starting cross I do, I think it's either called a Parnell knot or a starting knot, depending on who you ask. Vince Win, yeah, go ahead, man. I mean, you could keep it rating on my ass. Vince, do I start? Dude, Vince, like, first of all, again, thank you for your donation, and hopefully, well, I'm assuming the real estate business is booming for you, because it always is. And you are in the Florida area, from what I recall. Vince, dude, can you please message me on Discord? Because I need to make an emoji for you, because that's the thing we voted on Tuesday's live stream 2 days ago. I got to make a live stream for you, or a YouTube emoji for you for the badge, for my YouTube members. So again, thank you very much. That's, I mean, holy cow. Vince Win, you also need to send me your address, because I promised you I would send you either my toenail or my fingernail clippings or my bath water. That's an option too, Delphine style. So you have to message me on Discord. But seriously, Vince Win, thank you very much, Vin. Thank you. I might buy a house from you soon. Yeah, Vince low-key just sold Mar-a-Lago. Absolutely. Vince just sold Mar-a-Lago, and now he's just absolutely flexing right now. Hey Vince Win, did you happen to buy the Miami Heat yet? Right before they lose to the Bucks? The Rafa statute RG. Ron Loviolette, I was really hoping that the statute Roland Garros, and a few people have messaged me on Instagram because it was like on the ATP official Instagram or something like that. Oh, I'm wearing Babolat. Oh my God, my chest looks big. I look huge. Is this what girls feel like? When they finally like, I look huge. What is that? Like, is that? Oh, I get a little bit of gut, but let's ignore that. I mean, just look at, just. Where's the bathroom? It's that way. Like, ooh. Again, this is a pretty tight fitting shirt, and it's shrunk a little bit, but and I've gained a little bit of weight, both good and bad weight. But like, yeah, just like. Not bad. There we go. I was low-key hoping, not even low-key, because I'm saying it out loud. I was hoping that the Roland Garros statue would literally be like the Cristiano Ronaldo statue. I wanted just like an awkward smile, just like on the copper, just, oh my goodness. Ah, that's great. Josie, you can string six rackets in an hour and 20 minutes. Bro, that's not possible. That's literally not possible. Kelly Graves, you kind of stepped in at the wrong time, or maybe the right time, because I was kind of flexing a little bit and someone threw 50 bucks at me. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe you throw 100 at me, I might take my pants off. Who knows? It might be worth it. Congrats, I just turned YouTube into an OnlyFans platform, yes. I honestly think that is the perfect response from someone that doesn't talk on my YouTube channel a lot. What kind of channel is this? They accidentally gave his statue too much sauce? Naomi A, no, that's impossible. They didn't give his statue enough sauce. The only way, the only human being in the world, if you build a statue that you didn't give enough sauce, is guess who? And you guessed it if you've been following me for a while. Dominic, that Austrian ass team. All that sauce. All that sauce, man. Dominic team is the only one that you literally cannot pack enough sauce in those Adidas Barricade 7 or 9 inch shorts. Because those things are busting out, man. Those things are busting out like no other. Like OJ Simpson down Interstate 1 in a Ford Brown Bronco. Busting out. That's what Dominic team is on that back end. No. Karen, Team's booty is so thick, he doesn't do squats. Squats does him. I did not get that reel yet, although I ordered it, unfortunately. It's on the way shipping, I believe. Damn. I should have waited for the Memorial Day sale, right? Oh, you like the Instagram post today? It was a throwback Thursday one from like 6 months ago. Oh my God, I hate this one. I hate this thread. Ayo! Shoot. This phrase I'm about to say might not be the only phrase you hear. This phrase I'm about to say might not be the only time you hear me say this phrase if you're also following my OnlyFans. This hole I've got to put this through is extremely tight and very hard to see. I got to put it through that hole. It's a Babolat Pure Drive Tour 2021 version, Bevo Burn. Yeah, wait, Brian, if you're a 8.75 UTR as a sophomore, you have a pretty damn good chance of being a 10 UTR. What's up, Poshy Land? Yeah, we're still here. We party all night. Poshy, we do not stop popping bottles. Steve Kim, what strings were you using in your previous racket, and what previous racket were you using? Jesus Christ. No, it's just this, Benoit, this racket is actually somewhat thin towards the throat. And the grommet is even thinner that's being guided on. So it's a complete freaking pain. This is the 4th time I've had to make this even skinnier. Man. Kelly Graves again asking the important question, what kind of channel is this? Well, welcome to the late night show, ladies and gentlemen. Things might get freaky. We should all have a Discord GC, Mark. What's a Discord GC? Gaming channel? Is that what it is? John, let me know when the divorce phase is. A little bit of a trick for stringers to get through the hole. Can't believe I'm saying this. Put some spin on it. Got it. You see what happens at Wolves? What a little spit can do? Just a little bit of lube. It does wonders. Look at that. Pulling it through. Yes, Karen, I did. I most definitely did. Gotta chill. Yeah, I question that sometimes too. Jesus Christ. Give us a date for the next product review. I think Saturday morning. That's when I'll release it. Saturday morning, John. No, this is family friendly, right? Family friendly, I mean, if you're in this channel enough, 9 months from now, you might have a little family on the way that's not expected, if you know what I mean. On a scale of 1 to 10, how overpriced are Luxilon strings, Navid Singh? 6.9 out of 10. That's how overpriced they are. Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. I love that. Oh, I missed that with Cowboy Bebop. So good. Oh, so Lincoln strings are absolutely underrated. Absolutely. The world needs to know about them. Yeah, the thing is, I don't do tennis as my full-time job. I can't do it every day. Next product being reviewed, I'll publish the video, Raj Cool 13, Saturday. I have the script down, I have the B-roll down. I just gotta record it and edit it, hopefully tomorrow, right after my hitting session. Toonami? Yeah, I missed that. The product is the Yonex Polytour Spin G tennis string, Poshyland. So apparently Samurai Champloo is damn good. I've only watched Cowboy Bebop, and that is my favorite anime of all time, by the way. I've never watched Samurai Champloo. Should I watch it? Live action Cowboy Bebop. Is that still in the works? Too legit to quit? I would activate my Netflix just for that. Ugh. Huh. Maybe I gotta do a Samurai Champloo. Who knows? I've heard of Ghost in Strings, correct. Ghost in Micro Sheep 16 is a good budget poly, but it's a little bit stiff, a little bit on the lower quality, but it's super cheap. OG Sheep Micro. Not really into fighting anime, but I heard One Punch Man is pretty damn good. Day. Oh, dude, tag, everybody had a crush on Faye Valentine. I still do have a crush on Faye Valentine. Do you have any idea how close I am to buying an anime waifu pillow of Faye Valentine? I think about it every single night, and I highly regret it. All right, Vince, I got your IG message. Thank you. All right, guys, I gotta get going because I've got a lot of stuff to do tonight, including laundry. So if you haven't already, please consider hitting subscribe and liking this video if you haven't already. I do live stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays now, apparently. And I do some occasional kind of like pop-up ones if I have a lot of strings to do and I have a little bit of free time. So if you guys haven't already considered, please consider, if you can afford it, consider joining my YouTube membership. It's $2.99 a month, and it shows your appreciation for this channel, plus you get custom emojis. And you guys would get credits and shout outs on the regular on my videos. So if you guys want to flex a little bit, if you can afford it, please let me know. And oh, IG, sorry, Vince went. It was Discord. I apologize. I get my social media kind of mixed up a little bit. So again, I'll I'll see you guys hopefully soon. I might be streaming tomorrow, depending on my time frame. So, really, Wade Bryant, nice, Naomi. So guys, if you guys have any questions I haven't answered, please leave a comment down in the section below or check out my Discord. My link for my Discord is on my YouTube channel homepage. And as always, happy hitting.